Welcome back to Manosphere Daily. Today, we're diving into a classic case of reality hitting hard, when a feminist learns she needs men but it's too late. For years, they've preached independence, mocked traditional values, and told men they were unnecessary. But now, the same men they dismissed are nowhere to be found, and suddenly, the panic button is getting pressed. Before we break it all down, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And don't forget to share this video. Let's keep this conversation going.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because they suck.
You know what? I agree with these brilliant women. Yes, I've had them say this over and over again, and who can withstand the compelling logic of mindless repetition? But I wish their dreams would come true, so they can live in a world free from toxic testosterone, and I bet it to be everything they imagine it to be.
How much do I owe you for rent again?
$800.
I just don't have a lot of money at the moment. Is there something else that I could give you instead?
No, I'd probably just like the money.
Yeah.
Could I interest you in one tip?
I'd really just appreciate the rent money.
Look, I have a kid. I used to be like that until I had my kid. Now that I have my kid, I might be this, oh, I'm a boss bitch, but deep down in my heart, I would do absolutely anything to be at home and be always with my child.
There you go.
But unfortunately,
and have a man protecting you. Stop acting like, stop leaving out the man part.
Yeah.
Because for you to be home with your child, that means you got a man holding you down,
yeah,
protecting you.
And that's what I'm saying. He's right, and that shit's hard. But unfortunately, since I'm by myself, I gotta hustle, But I would do anything to have a man like that.
That's what we saying. That's exactly.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you for telling the fucking truth. God bless you for telling the truth.
It's always the same story. First, it's, I don't need a man. Then it's, where have all the good men gone? Now it's, men are trash for not saving me from my own choices. The plot twists write themselves. For years, they told men they were replaceable, unnecessary, and weak.
Clearly, the creature who made this video has the same IQ as the child in the video, and that's an insult to the child. Such level of stupidity impedes the capacity for imagination. Extreme weather conditions require infrastructures built and maintained by men. Those oil rig workers provide the energy that runs the heater, air conditioner, and construction equipment. Yes, you won't have a house without them, increasing the risk of death by cold or heat. You want to know what men protect women from? How about the weather, you moron? We protect by providing. And to suggest that the society no longer needs men is one of the pinnacle of Western stupidity.
Feminism is a scam. A few years ago, I was an angry, blue-haired feminist. I once believed that male privilege was real and that I was a victim of the wage gap. Now that I understand the true motives of feminism, I know that this could not be further from the truth, and that modern-day feminism is a war on true masculinity. Before women had the right to vote, most were stay-at-home wives, which meant they weren't working jobs and couldn't be taxed. Our overlords didn't like that. Rockefeller started funding feminist campaigns in media, and as a consequence of the movement, women started entering the workforce and leaving the home. Children would then be separated from their parents and sent to Rockefeller-funded schools to be indoctrinated by the state. All of this ultimately disrupting the family unit at its core. Feminism is defined as the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. But in the West, I must ask, what rights do men have that women don't? Modern feminists are convincing women that hookup culture, using hormonal birth control, and not shaving is liberation. That toxic masculinity is prevalent and the patriarchy must be dismantled. Through movies and media, we're taught that working for the man, climbing the corporate ladder, and paying tax is more empowering and valuable than raising the next generation. Women have lost touch with our natural loving instincts, and birth rates are plummeting. Men and women are not the same. And by protesting for equality of outcome rather than opportunity, feminists are demonizing and emasculating.
This is probably the most controversial thing that I'm going to say. It's also true, but people aren't going to like it. The only reason that men have power in the world is because men give it to them.
That's true. Yeah, it's absolutely true.
If you look at every society that exists universe out there that currently still has not given women rights. They don't have those rights. And they don't get the rights because they overthrow men. They get the rights because good men give them power. When they don't have rights, it's because bad men are suppressing them in a particular way. So I'm not advocating that at all. Right. But to be ignorant to the idea that the reason they have their power is because they find advocacy in good men who have said, no, listen, you should be able to vote and drive and be educated and all these things that make sense. What happens, though, is the reason they were rebelling and seeking out these good men to fight for them was because they were suppressed. And now what the feminist movement is doing is suppressing men. It's a very bad idea because men eventually can take that power back. And when
Now that they need help lifting a couch, fixing the sink, or just finding someone to genuinely care about them, suddenly men aren't so useless anymore. But guess what? Those men moved on. They found peace elsewhere, and they're not looking back. The funniest part? Instead of admitting they were wrong, they double down. They blame men for not stepping up, as if men are just supposed to sit around and wait until they finally decide to be nice.
Do we need men, in your opinion?
No, because they do nothing all day.
Do we need men?
No, like, they just sit there.
Do we need men, in your opinion?
No, because they're icky.
How did he find 3 tiny girls all dressed in just insane fashion? Tough world out there for men. It really is, both on this and the dating side of things. Somebody said, that's the same person 3 times. Thank you, that's what I think. Somebody else said, pay attention to me. You must look at me. I require attention, whether it's good or bad attention. I do not care. Just pay attention to me. Yeah, that's why they're all dressed like that and why they say things like that. It's all for shock value.
My question to you is, do you think gender equality exists in today's times?
The fact that we have to ask this question is an example that yes, it's still, we need to still work on this fact. No doubt Indian women are slowly and steadily breaking the ceiling glass, but we still need to work, especially on the rural areas. Thank you.
I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. And this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one, and my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just gonna call it like a TI is. All the while my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way.
But life doesn't work that way. You can't spend years pushing people away and then act shocked when they're gone. It's like watching someone slam the door in your face, then cry when they realize they locked themselves out. For years, they shouted, "I don't need no man," and laughed while men quietly walked away. Now, when the bills pile up, the car won't start, and nobody's around to handle the heavy lifting, suddenly, independence isn't as fun as it sounded in the group chat.
Men have been more oppressed.
Please make your argument right now. Please. State your case, Brian.
Let me ask you a question. So throughout all human history, what percentage would you say of military casualties, if you had to break it up between the genders, what is the percentage breakdown of military casualties?
Well, obviously,
so deaths and injuries.
Obviously, a significantly more amount of men.
99.99999%.
But that's also because in the past, women have not been allowed to.
That's a privilege.
Fight.
When it comes to dating and relationships, who is typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
Bitch. Yeah, the woman.
So if the woman is the prize, why even bother going out with a man in the first place?
I don't know. That's a great question.
The woman.
So who's the prize in a lesbian relationship? Both of them?
Both of them. Yeah, oh God.
Both be the prize.
So then why aren't they both the prize in a heterosexual relationship?
I was about to say men are down here and women are up here.
Okay, so are women equal to men or are women superior to men?
For sure, superior.
Okay, so then why do women go around saying they want equality when they actually want superiority?
It's just for the look. So people just want to be like, oh, I'm gonna go look for this, but they're actually looking
Okay.
for money.
Why is it? Do you know what the definition of chauvinism is? Chauvinism means one sex thinking they're superior to another. Why is it when men think they're superior, we call it chauvinism, but when women think they're superior, we call it feminism?
That's a great question.
That's a good question.
Got me stumped there.
Yeah.
I've done really well for myself in my career, and I'm ambitious, and it seems to be something that is like desired because it's like, I don't know, a prize to be won. But then once I actually open up and like in the dating world and like let someone in, then they get bored or they don't see the value. And I was passed up on an opportunity this week as well. And then also the guy I was dating, it just, I guess, didn't work.
The best part? They're not just asking for help, they're demanding it, as if men are supposed to be on standby, waiting for them to change their minds. They spent their best years treating good men like an afterthought, chasing the same bad boys they now call toxic, and by the time they realize they need stability, the men they ignored have moved on to women who actually appreciate them. Then comes the classic meltdown: men are weak for not stepping up.
Do men need women?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
I think the great men stay, the trash men go. Where's the trash man? Take them out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good.
Yeah.
90 of them are trash.
Yeah.
What would society be like without women?
Absolutely terrible.
What do you think feminism has done to modern day women?
I think modern day feminism is just an absolute disgrace. I think it's become a political weapon to push the narrative that women are inferior to men and women are not valued in society and women need to fight and be almost super aggressive towards men is completely wrong, because women are probably one of the most valuable things in society.
And feminism tells women that men don't believe they're valuable.
Feminism tells women that men don't value them as a whole, but I think feminism makes women feel like they're not valuable to themselves, and I think that's the worst message that you could instill in the younger generation.
Let women vote. I will not sit at the back of the bus. We want equal pay for women. Yo, we want abortions. Screw babies. You wanna buy my nudes for 15 bucks on OnlyFans? I feel so empowered. Yeah, I'm a woman with armpit hair. What are you gonna do about it? Cis white male. Hashtag kill all men.
That's what it is. It went from we want equal rights, we want to vote to, we want to be in the workplace, earn a living, to whatever twisted sense of that movement has become today.
I can't stop crying. I'm happy and I love my life, but I feel so goddamn lonely and it terrifies me. Everyone's getting married or having kids and starting a new chapter in their life with their friends and whatnot, and I'm just here on my own, in my own home, working and surviving. And I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's just me who's experiencing this, but I just feel so lonely. And it's scary.
No, men just got tired of playing a game where the rules constantly change. Respect was optional, effort was one-sided, and commitment was only supposed to go one way. Now those same men have options, and they're choosing peace over problems. It's not that men disappeared, it's that they stopped volunteering to be used and discarded. And instead of self-reflection, these women double down, blaming society, men, or literally anyone except the person in the mirror. By the time they realize their mistakes, the men they finally want are long gone. And that's a wrap on today's video. When reality kicks in, it's never a gentle landing. If you enjoyed this discussion, do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to Manosphere Daily, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest breakdown. And let's not keep the truth to ourselves. Share this video with your friends and on your socials. Let's keep growing this movement. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.